Hi, my name is Julie Fickley, and I am one of the counselors here at Roots. And today I'm here to talk to you about externalizing emotions. So during the pandemic, I felt the need one day to get some of my emotions out of me because I was having a really rough day and I was going for a walk, and I just decided I needed to get these emotions out. So I knew that I had some core emotions that I was feeling, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was that was bothering me. So I just said, I'm just going to start with one emotion at a time. And every time I do a lap around this block, I'm going to kind of admit or confess what I am feeling. And I realized when I did this, it really took the volume down. It made me feel better. So that's what I've been trying to help my clients do. And just noticing that there is a real good health involved when you take what's bottling up inside of you and you bring it on the outside. And it's kind of that feeling you get when you admit the truth. It's actually a really true place to be. Instead of those questions and those thoughts that just swirl around in our heads, we are letting them be known, and we are being truthful to ourselves. Even if it's to no one else, we're being truthful to us, and that's a really important place to start. So what I'm going to recommend is that you practice this yourself, and you don't have to do it outside walking like I did. You can do this at home or anywhere. But what you're going to do is just take what you're feeling inside, and maybe you don't even know what those emotions are, but maybe you feel your body is holding emotions because headaches or stomach aches or definitely muscle tension or something like that. Those are signs that there is something in there that needs to come out. So what I recommend is you get a timer, maybe your phone or something, and you set it for like at least 1 minute, maybe all the way up to 3 minutes. And basically you're giving yourself space. You don't have to fill that time 100%. You can say nothing, or you can even just say one thing. But knowing that you have space to say what you are feeling and to get that out of you is also very comforting and very helpful. So set the timer, and then you're going to use some sentence starters. So the sentence starters are going to focus on those core emotions. And the core emotions being fear, anger, and sadness. So for example, you're going to start with maybe one emotion that you may be noticing the most. So maybe you're just really anxious. And your sentence starter for everything that comes out is going to be something like, I'm afraid that, I'm scared about. We want to focus on those core emotions because some of those other words like I'm nervous or I'm worried, they don't quite satisfy what we're really feeling. So just go ahead and pick those core emotions. So you set the timer, and what comes out without judgment, without any need to explain yourself or justify anything. You're just letting it come out. And maybe some of the time you will sit back and you'll reflect on it a little bit later. But the whole purpose of this is just to get it out of you so it's not holding inside, especially those questions, anxious questions, those what if questions that you feel like you're just chasing around forever and have no answers. So if you take them out and you just make them statements instead of the what if this is happening, you just say, I'm scared that this is happening to me. And then when the timer's over, you can keep going if you feel like you still have more to say, or you can stop and you can say, okay, I've done that and now it's on the outside. And then the next emotion, if you want to move on to the next emotion, it would be anger. So I'm angry about this. I am angry about that. Or I'm angry that this thing is happening. And don't be afraid of it. Anger is just an emotion that tells us that something has gone wrong or something need has not been met. So just let it out. It's actually better to get your anger out in a safe way than to have it bottle up and come out with words that you don't mean or etc. And then the next emotion might be sadness. And sadness is another way we feel when something goes wrong. And we tend to bury sadness because it's really uncomfortable to feel. But if you just give yourself permission and you say, I'm sad about this, and I'm sad that this happened, etc., it will feel better. The volume will go down. But I don't want to just leave you there with these hard emotions now on the outside, and it kind of feels uncomfortable and messy and maybe a little scary too. I want to encourage balance. I always try to encourage balance with my clients. I tell them that my favorite word is and, because we have these emotions that are hard and we have a lot of good things in our lives, because that's the truth. The truth is I can be both scared and hopeful at the same time, because that's what life is like. That's what it is to be a human. So the last thing I would encourage you to do is to give yourself the same amount of space and time to talk about what you're grateful for. We know that gratitude is an emotion that is calming to us because we're talking about the truth, number one, and we're reminding ourselves of what is good. And that is very comforting for us to feel. So give yourself a moment to be grateful. And you don't have to be that this thing is bad, but I'm also grateful for this. Don't put that word but in there. Add the word and, okay? Just be grateful for whatever comes to mind, even if it's the air that you breathe or your favorite candy or your best friend, your dog, whatever it is. It's just a reminder that there are also things in my life that I am grateful for. And that gives me hope. It keeps me tethered to hope. And that's what you need in a time when things are really hard. So that's my little technique. I hope that you are able to practice it. What I recommend is that you try to practice it a little bit every day, even if it's just one emotion at a time. Adding one emotion maybe that's hard with the balance of gratitude. But definitely when you feel like things are just building up and you can't take it anymore, this is a way to kind of take that pressure out of what you're feeling inside and bring it on the outside where things are true. And truth is a place that is more stable and it's a safer place, even if it's messy. Okay? All right. Well, thanks for your time. I hope this was helpful to you and we'll see you next time. Bye.